Good evening. Welcome to The Perspective. My name is Likuyani Eli and it's Friday. It's been such a long week for many of you. It's been such an active week for a lot of you. And it's been a week that we've been seeing a lot of things happening, including in the education sector. And I'm being joined by one and only Joyce Godo all the way in. Drums roll. Madam Yellow, good evening.
Guys, good evening to you. How are you?
How are you? Awesome. How are you tonight?
I'm good. I'm so excited to be here this evening.
Kama it's called what do you call it? There's this thing that used to be in the third energy level. It was always excited, if you remember your physics. But clearly, I don't think you are a physics student, are you?
No, I'm not. I don't want to lie about that.
I knew it. But I know someone that is here looking exactly like you. Alisema leo ni babes maneno, lakini amesema he's not playing solo. Amekuja kuwashika all the way Nairobi, Kenya. Mr. Austin Mwigai, you guys, Sony Gisheru. Habari zenyu nyinyi?
Yeah, sisi kama mnaniona. Mazee nimevaa yellow, you know. Mazee it's your guy Mwigai here and
Sony, at least leo niko na natural hair. You know, people are complaining that I have done a lot of videos with the red hair that I had.
I almost asked, kwani Austin doesn't pay good?
I know, like,
come
what
on,
kind
guys.
of man is this? He's not going to pay for my hair. Really?
But ni wapi imeandikwa ni lazima mwanaume anini? Hata unilipiangi kinyozi? Come on.
20. By the way, Austin and Sony, you know what? Sony, this goes to you. A lady is not a must mwanaume akuwe na kupeleka salon na kulipia salon. You can do that by yourself.
Wow.
Just in case you didn't notice, Austin, vitenge zenyu zinafuanana, unatetewa. Wanakutetea.
Joy, tafadhali unikumbushe nikutumie kakitu.
Anyway, in case you think we will forget that part ya kukumbushana, we have a lawyer that will be reminding you with a chesa paper. All the way in Nairobi, Kenya, of course, we have one and only Godwin Segero. Mambo vipi Godi? Na unanimute bwana, atukusikii. Unanimute bwana.
What is technology trying to do to us, bwana?
Technology is doing what government has been doing to us for too long.
Imagine.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
It's been a long week but short because of the events. Guy, indeed it's been an eventful week. Acha tuone nini lifanyika.
Haya. Nini lifanyika wapi, we'll be finding out because a lot has been happening. Let me start with you, Joyce. What stew do you have for us? But apparently, other people are serving tea. Sisi tuna serve stew. Stew gani uko nayo? Siku ya dupu.
I like that. Thank you so much. Actually, this week, what I have for you is about the education sector. We've been seeing what has been happening since the exam was starting for our candidates, and it has been so traumatizing and sad at the same time, because the exam tensions as more cases of students death. It has really been a sad week for us as a nation, as a world, everywhere. And you see, I was trying to look at the perspective is like, why are these things happening? We need to ask ourselves, why are these things happening? And we need to know what are the things that are making our students go through that. And again, we need to know how can we do, or what can we do to change or to make a change. So on my side, on number one, I was looking at physical and mental exhaustion. It's like physical and mental exhaustion is a non-engagement, especially in things like activities or leisures inside of sports, you know, like indoors activities like football, basketball, swimming. These are the things that we don't give to our children, you know, to relax their mind. And again, when I went back to the mental exhaustion, you know, they take too much time in reading, you know, and fear the way exam's gonna be. And again, they think too much of how exam will appear, whether the context will come from where or he or she has read, you know, and that's where they get things like panicking, distress, you know, things like those, you know. And again, there is something we call anxious or panic, not anxious, anxiety and panic, you know, anxiety and panic disorder. It's also it's also the cause of what our students or our children are going through, you know. When students are not ready, lack of preparation is one of them. Poor test performance. They look, how did they perform in the last test? You know, and again, others, they look even the history of their family. Like, you know, my sister, she never passed in school. My brother, he never passed in school. So how am I gonna do it? These are the things that we are supposed to look and see how we can help our kids or the students that we have are sitting on their exams. And again, you know, there is a fear of unknown. What is a fear of unknown? This is what will happen when I fail exam. Those are the questions students, they ask themselves. And that is one of the fears of unknown. You know, they ask themselves, what will happen? Or what will my family say when I fail exam? Or what will friends and family, they will say? You know, it gives them that fear of unknown.
But I think also,
yes.
Joy, sorry.
Yes.
I guess pressure, a lot of pressure from sides zote mbili, from walimu na from wazazi. Because I remember when I was in high school, nakumbuka tulikuwa na these school clinics where you, if you have failed in a certain subject, ama you have failed in overall. Okay, acha niseme overall juu nilikuanga mahali hapo. So tulikuwa tunaitwa you sit down with your teacher, with your class teacher and your parent, and you are taught to set your targets. So I remember this one time nilikuwa nimepata ile grade nilipata C-, acha niseme tu C-, and then nikaambiwa ni set targets, nika set target ya A. We nakwambia nilipigwa. Imagine nilipigwa kwa sababu ya kuset a target too high that they think I would not achieve. Okay, can you set something reasonable? We are not here to joke. You got an A in mathematics and you expect to get an A. So na feel imaze your pressure decay na ni discourage na shindwa guy. Sasa nikifail mnanipiga, nikitaka kupita mnanipiga. Kwani what do you guys want?
Yes, so much pressure. Like ukiangalia like when you grow up, like education on taking it as if it's something so huge. Like ukifail kwa masomo, wewe ni failure kabisa kwa maisha.
And it's like, one paper deciding your life. KCSE.
No, so umekipass all the other exams. KCSE ndio unakuja kufail maybe because of one and two.
Yeah, for me, I have a different perspective, because there's something that caught my attention during this week of exams, and it got me thinking: is it life or education that is so important? You know, because we've had two scenarios where students, candidates have died. One died on the day of exam, another one died in hospital while preparing for the exam. You know, and I was thinking, where is this tendency of taking exams to students or candidates who are in hospital coming from? You know, this is already someone whose health is not okay, and then you're taking to them exam. And you see, I was listening to the reasoning of the CS for Education, and he was kind of saying preparing for those papers is very expensive, you know. And I was like, so the paper is too expensive as opposed to someone's life, you know. And it was like, where are our priorities, for heaven's sake?
But Nafil, Godwin, Pia, maybe hawataki kurisk because they know us. They know us, we Kenyans tunaweza do anything to miss hiyo exam, cause mimi nakumbuka kuna time yenyewe ilifika point nikasema hii paper si lazima, nikajifanya niko mgonjwa, naambiwa even if you are sick, hata ukikatwa mkono we will have someone who is going to do the paper for you, anakusomea swali, wewe unampea jibu, anaandika. So walifanya ikakaa gani, yani this is something I cannot escape. Sasa and I guess they have to set an example, waonyeshe wase hata ukue msika hata ufanye nini lazima hii paper ufanye.
Although to some extent pia mimi nilikuwa nafanya kitu tunasema, because I remember like time nafungua shule when the schools are opening, kuna kwanga na hiyo cut, so during the holiday you've not studied, so what I used to do, I'll make sure I miss just one paper, because unajua when they grade unapata X, so unasema ningefanya hizi paper zote ningepita, but na miss chemistry yenye ulipata 1.
Unaona venye Joy anashtuka ulikuwa una fail.
I'm not really surprised, because these are the things that have been happening, and again, are we asking ourselves why these students are getting sick, why these students are dying on the day of exams? On the other side, I was thinking, there is also things like cultural and traditional beliefs. Do you guys believe in such things? They happen especially when our students, they're almost to do their exams.
Yeah, tell us more, because I nazisikianga, but
yes, there is there. Those things are there, and why these things are there? Like spiritual guidance to prove to students that you can pass exams without reading. And how do that? How do they do that? It depends with where you're coming from, because some people, like before, we used to hear people saying, oh, my mom has given me some ashes I put in my pocket, or a small bone, or things like water I drink when I'm starting my exam, and I'm telling you, yes, and they believe in such things. They believe in such things, even
so I can put a bone in my pocket and get an A in mathematics.
No, it's not that way. No, don't get me wrong. There's some people, they believe in those cultural and traditional things.
Yeah. Hold on that thought. Let's forget the news imefanyika. Austin, uko nataka tuambie what happened with the mask by the way, before tusahau nini nyingine ilifanyika.
Yo, baby, hiyo story ya education lazima tutairudia. So, baby, masks zimetolewa. That's why you can see, guys, we do not have masks. But the Kenyan government did a very good, it made a very good decision ya kutoa mask, because whatever we were seeing here, hey, unapata mask imefinya mtu, siji wase walikuwa wanabuy mask za watoto, unapata mask kwanza wase wa beard gang, wase wa ndevu, wanavaa mask crop top, inafika mask inafika hapa, alafu guys, mlikuwa mnatutesa. Wengine walikuwa kwanza, there's a lady, unajua matembe they walikuwa wanapenda hizi mask fancy, but now hizo mask hadi siku anaelewa nini. Unapata yes, mask kwa umbali unaona imeandikwa Gucci, but ukikaribia si Gucci imeandikwa Guishi, as in
lakini Austin, mimi feel mask zilikuwa zinaokolea at some point. Unajua nini? Imagine nimekaa hapa na wewe na unanuka mdomo, kwani nitaweza kukaa aje na wewe hapa shwari? Sitaweza. Mask ilikuwa inaokolea. Ama ukitembea town, unatembea ukijiongelesha,
But now the government
unacheka mtu badala ya something.
Soni,
sasa huyo mtu atafanya nini?
Soni. Nataka ili akuja atuambie kama hizi watu walikuwa sasa hiyo mtu ukipata mtu amevaa mask ni deni anaficha ama ni makeup msichana ameshindwa kununua.
Kwanza Eli Eli kwanza leo ni video call na mask. Unajificha na deni ya mtu.
Skiza, you see Godi, if you want to talk to me directly. Don't go in corners. Kama niko na deni hapo, just say it. You cannot sit there and imply niko na deni.
Unakuja umevaa mask sahi.
No.
Anavaa mask ya Louis Vuitton lakini ukikaribia ni Louis Vuitton.
Okay.
Anyway.
I think you've been hired to castigate my name, but it's all right. After all, what I know is the mask iko na story mingi, iko na scandal mpaka US actually. We saw it happening, but I believe this wasn't a bad move, and neither is it as good as we might think. Because at the end of the day, you have to think as an individual. Hizo mask ndio mtasema zina save life, as it save life. All the issues dealing with how I say procurement of those things is not the issue here. Now when we stream it down to individual, kuna watu wenye mmesema wakina Sony. Ninajua sasa Sony ampata biashara. Sony biashara PK5 bob. Ukitaka 3 ni shilingi 10. PK5 bob. Kwa sababu tunanuka midomo. Watu wananuka mdomo seriously. Naambiwa nina shout. Unajua hizi vitu huwa zinakufanya unapotea. So watu wananuka midomo, so biashara ya PK imeenda. The only problem is PK mmoja tulikuwa naye alijoin nini coalition. So I don't know what will be happening. So I hope naweza PK zile za kutengeneza bread. Joyce, kicheko ikikushika, cheka. Utashikilia kicheko ifungukie kwingine. It is not on us. It is on you.
Joyce.
Lakini kuna mtu nilisikia alikuwa amebuy mask a whole sijui how many packets. Anashangaa atazifanyia nini? Mtu alimwambia zitumie kama tissue bwana.
Guys.
Hapo ndio nimefikia. Ama kwani ni mwanaume? Kwani ni mwanaume?
Wakina Joyce.
Naona kama mask
Joyce na alikuwa ameangusha nini? Wakina Joyce walikuwa ameangusha hardware ya foundation. Sasa hivi mtarudi kwa hardware kununua foundation za kujenga uso.
Wacha nikwambie sisi bado where I am we are still wearing mask as long as you're going to a public place like a public office, maybe a government office, you have to wear a mask no matter what. But kama ni wewe peke yako kwa gari peke yako, it's not a must. But now ile kitu inani disappoint ni moja, mtu wangu umejipodoa. Umefika tu ile place yani unaenda kutoa mask. My friend, unapatanga foundation imejichora. Kale kalama ka mask hapa kamejichora hapa black na hapa. My friend, na sasa hujabeba mpaka sponge.
No, tumezoea vitu za kujichora, zijaanzia kwa mdomo, zilianzia kwingine. Ushaiona mtoto wenyewe akienda kwa birthday suit, unaona michoro. Ilianzia huko. So ni mambo ya Mungu. Hii ni mambo ya Mungu.
But naona niko inasaidia madam Joyce ndio. Cause ukipaka makeup si unapaka makeup alafu unaachia hapa, so unapaka tu kutoka hapa kwenda juu hapa unaacha.
Hakuna kitu naudi kama hiyo. Walai unajipodoa, maybe umeenda kama wezi, maybe kuna wengine hawajui kujipaka makeup. Mtu ameenda salon alafu manze umejipodoa ile yani lazima yani ile kila mtu anasema umebadilika. Then nakwambia my friend, after all ukitoka nje unavaa mask. What is it? Okay, makeup ilikuwa yani just go natural.
Usiende kwa natural. Godi, usiende kwa natural. Because if you want us to go in that direction, let us go that direction. Now that you've said it, guess what? Guess what, guys? Who is stealing our condoms?
We are not.
By the way, kumekuwa okay, si mimi nimenotice, ni mabeshte wangu wamekuwa kiniambia.
Sema ukweli.
There is insufficient condoms in the country and I don't know why. Sijui ni kama government inachukua inapuliza ama ni KEMSA ama ni nani. Watu waambie wanazipeleka wapi because we need to use them.
1.1 million condoms are missing and Joyce has said natural. Sasa I'm wondering, Joyce, kati ya wewe na mwenye aliiba condoms, who is responsible?
When I say natural, I don't mean in that perspective. Condom. No,
you said let us go natural. So since you took that direction, please elaborate to us. 1.1 million condoms have been reported missing, and this is a scandal in the making. And of course, some of us may be wondering, why are we even discussing condoms?
Yes.
Godi, unatumia condom? Kwa birthday party, sawa. Endelea Joyce, endelea.
Okay.
No comment.
Naweza vile nyuma kamera tafadhali hii maneno.
Wewe unataka kuharibu boma Eli. Vile nakuona unataka kuharibu boma. You know,
okay, proceed. Yes.
History a condom, honestly, I was thinking about it, and when I watched the clip I was like, how even yani imefika to that extent they recycle condoms, you know?
Wait, that story is true that they are recycling condoms? Mimi niliona ni kama ilikuwa ni unconfirmed reports.
No, people are saying
recycling
it was not in Kenya. People are saying it was not in Kenya, it was a different country. But it doesn't matter anywhere at the end of the day. Because Kenyans, you know, as Kenyans, hakuna kitu tunataka kuona inaendelea as long as kitu nakuletea pesa.
Joy.
You know, listen, you know I'm a Kikuyu, my friend, eh? So when they recycle those condoms, it really made me think a lot of things in my mind, because how?
Kwani Wakikuyu na condoms mnakuanga na irritation ama unamaanisha nini?
No, it's not about irritation.
Umesema wewe ni Mkikuyu, so I'm trying to find where the Kikuyu and the condom part is coming through.
Biashara.
Oh, okay.
Biashara.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can do anything to get money. But look at this. When they recycle those condoms, in their mind, wanafikiria hizo condoms imetumiwa na kina nani? Because mimi nilikuwa naangalia naona, okay, wame recycle, wameipack, nitaenda ninunue. Maybe the person who used that condom was, you know, had virus.
Wait, but hata wezi anza kupeana hiyo nini hiyo example, but hatuwezi recycle condom. Let's just stop it at that. We cannot.
What? Hey, that's
why did they put it as a news or as a trending thing if really
those are, and again disclaimer, those are unconfirmed reports. We cannot substantially say that it's a true one, but what we know is 1.1 million condoms are missing and it's a scandal. Austin, hiyo story unaionaje kabla tualao nani Godi?
Mi kwanza nimeshtuka hapa kwa recycling. Inabidi sasa to come up na a new strategy. If wanatupata hapa kwa recycling, inabidi to come up na new strategies kama wanaume ukimalizia hiyo kitu unatoa na una sign. Unasema Austin was here. Ndio ile ukienda kununua kwa duka upate iko na maandishi. Unasema bana mnaniuzia kitu imetumiwa bana. Unaona? Because inanishtua man. Hey, that's crazy. How can you anyway? Godwin. Where to ambie ba?
I was saying on the same matter, I just hope it's not true, because rumor has it that hizi zenye zinaibiwa mostly hizi comes a scandal. Madawa nini hizi condoms zinaibiwa, they're being sold in other countries, you know. So it's so sad when you risk lives of watu wenyu wenyewe just to protect yourself by selling those commodities to other countries. You know, it's so sad. Unajua hata nile kwa naiba wanauza within, but kama ni kuzitoa hapa anapeleka place nyingine and then napata now within watu wameanza kurecycle condoms, so sisi tunakufa. It's so sad.
No, Godi, nyinyi na nani mnakufa? I asked you a question you could not answer. Ushawahi tumia condom?
Eli, we are moving forward bwana.
You know, and guys, you know, when we talk about these available rubbers that people use for protection and all that, inakaa joke lakini si joke, because look at it one way. One of the biggest issue that happened is we depend on ARVs from other countries that are financing this, you know, like the US and such as. And kumekuwa hata na deficit in the current market ya hizo ARVs. So when you subtract this only sure way that a lot of people use for protection and you know, having a healthy sexual life, it becomes an issue. Sasa mtu anatuuliza, mnataka kuua wapiga kura kabla August 2022 ama nini inaendelea hapa?
Bana wanataka kumaliza watu before ndio kura zipungue. Unajua lazima pia balance hiyo equation. But sijui kama before tuendelee, I want to know, do we as Kenyans ama in Kenya, do we have a company that produces condoms ama manufactures condoms ama we import?
Sisi bwana vitu tuna import,
tuna
tuna manufacture ni watoto peke yake. Kwa hiyo chain of manufacturing kwa hiyo chain of manufacturing ni watoto ndio tuko nao. Because apparently some of us huwa tunasema mimi niko na irritation situmiangi, and then tabu inatupata. But then again, let's talk about Sony. I don't know if you saw this, but kuna issue kuhusu watu wameacha kukuwa land grabbers, wamekuwa asset grabbers. Tell us what has been happening. If I don't know if you heard about it, the equality, equity, impunity within these ranges. Because how the other time we were complaining, you wasichana wanafanyiwa nini? What is happening?
This guy who was walking along Muranga Road, and then a spunk. It was a 21-year-old. Kwanza. Alispank a 34-year-old woman.
Wow.
Now,
so a young boy spanked an old woman. So he's attracted towards the heavens, in other words. Anapenda vitu kubwa kubwa.
Vitu kubwa kubwa. Na nikasikia ati alikuwa amekataa hiyo story kabisa. But then again akapelekwa kwa koti, ikakuwa ni yani it's a big deal. Akapewa cash bail ya 100k ama bond ya 300k.
What?
Na saa hizo I don't know, some time back, I don't know if you heard of a case a lady who grabbed a man's, transformer.
For real?
Yes.
But where was the land grabbing happening? Where was it happening?
Where? In Kenya?
Yes.
Because there are places, Austin, and why I'm asking, it's because there are places where when you are grabbed, you just say, take me as I am. But there are places, use me, Lord. Okay, no, not the Lord part. Delete your part, ya mwisho. Use me, up part. When you are grabbed at the right time, at the right place, with the right person. But now, I believe what you're referring to, there's an event of Lava Lava. He came for a concert. That is one of the few that we remember. And the Jama was being, I would say, molested. It was supposed to be funny. How come when men are sexually assaulted, it's supposed to be funny? Tuanze na wewe, Joy. Joy.
Man. Yes, please. Unajua vitu zingine hata to me it doesn't make sense, because if mwanamke atashika hizo vitu na
call them as they are, because that's where the problem begins. Every time we replace names of organs that are natural.
Okay, fine, no problem. If mwanamke anaweza shika private party ya mwanamme na asichukuliwe hatua yoyote, na mwanamme akispank tu mwanamke anaenda jela, anafungwa, don't you think that is justice? Si unaona hapo kuna kitu like a favoring thing.
There's some bit of hakuna equity hapo. The judicial system is
I think I saw the case of that lady, ilikuwa kwa church, if I'm not wrong. It was in a church.
What?
Yes, and the CCTV ndio iliona. I remember very well that case. Ilikuwa CCTV ndio iliona. And it ikaleta tension kubwa sana mpaka huyo msichana akafukuzwa kanisa na yule jamaa akafukuzwa kanisa.
So is this a different case, because the other one was from Muranga Road?
No, this was in Kenya, but I can't remember which county was it. No, I can't remember that, but I remember that case. And now this is my question. Kwa nini ule msichana hakuchukuliwa hatua, lakini mwanaume akifanya hivyo anachukuliwa hatua? Are they not supposed kuchukuliwa hatua kama okay, fine. Kama ni bibi na bwana, that's another case.
Lakini pia amfanyii sitting room, mnafanyia bedroom.
Wacha nikwambie, ukiwa bibi na bwana hakuna mambo ya sitting room ama bedroom, it's anywhere.
In public, no, we refuse in Jesus' name.
Not in public. No, not in public. I mean kwa nyumba, anywhere, but not in public. But still, even if it's in
Austin unapenda hiyo vibe. Austin inakuona sana. Godi, kabla Austin loses his breath.
Ni mali yako, you are not ashamed of it.
Yeah.
Austin,
Yeah?
calm down for now. Ninajua umefurahia because yellow anaongea vitu unapenda kusikia. Hata umesahau uko na Sony, but Godi, do you see this a bit of injustice as an equity issues when it comes to addressing crimes being committed by men and women that are same, but some people are given a leeway because of their gender?
Yeah, sasa zingine hata unaweza pata judge ni kwanza most cases za hiyo nini nasikia zi upeleke wa mama. And sasa mama ana wamama always wao hujiona kama ama society imewaweka kama victims. Sijui, I don't know why, sorry to say this. Najua I'm a feminist sasa hivi wanataka kunibox but I'm still single, you know. Hii kitu maybe utapata mimi ningekuwa boy ningejitetea niseme maybe nika mosquito niliona and then cause ya mimi na kuanga mse wa kujali nikaona ni hiyo mosquito, unaona, but maybe alifanya vitu zingine, but anyway haifai kwa hivyo. Mwanaume akifanya kitu mbaya we should stand up, but hiyo ni kitu mbaya kweli. Maybe mwanaume akifanya hiyo kitendo mbaya we should stand up as men and say no, unaona.
Basically naona pia society venye tumegrow up tukijua that women are helpless, and then pia tumegrow up tukijua men have a very bad history of violence towards women. Hata mkiangalia ile story yenye ili happen ya boda, wale wase wali harass that lady, kwanza akaamua tu yani aspank kwa madam venye hii kesi saa hii imefika tu huku. Kuna venye angeachiliwa? Hakuna, there's no way. Ama Godi.
Tony, I feel I'll just call it impunity, because the male species imekuwa endangered in the sense that it's always believed a man can never say no to sex or to any sexual advances.
I do say no.
But true, most men don't have standards.
For women, another kubali, but whenever I decide it was inappropriate, hiyo ilikuwa makosa ya mwanaume. But now for a man, you can never say hii time niliforsiwa or it was without my consent, I was not willing for that, ninaona. So
but Godi, na feel hata msi akienda kureport hiyo story, imagine kwenda kwa karao unamwambia I guess ule dame Dorothy alitake advantage of me. Kwanza karao anacheka, polisi kwanza anacheka, anasema we umefanyiwa nini? Alafu anaita hadi wengine, wewe kujeni msikie huyu ati umefanyiwa nini. So inakuwa hata news.
Unaona, that's the problem.
Look at that.
Unaona mwanamume lazima they're always ready, unajua. So inakwanga even when two adults are having sex, inakwanga ni for a man's satisfaction, not both of them. Unasikia? So inakwanga nika kufanyia mwanaume favor.
Kwanzia leo, I need you ladies to know you are not doing us a favor. In fact, you are doing the hardest job. Princess Ola says, I was once spanked rather, and I almost fought the guy. Na hata ningejaribu angenichapa. Sasa serious. So sad our men's conference chairman is no more. And in fact, that is our next story, because guys, the hero has fallen. Let's take a moment of silence.
A moment of silence, tafadhali.
His soul rest in peace. Today, or rather, it was yesterday, if I'm not wrong. Dates now zinanichanganya, be serious. Which date is this today? We are on Friday, right?
Yeah.
So, Mzee Jackson Kibor went to rest. This man has been in the news for good and bad reasons. But most of all, to the male gender, the men who believed in the conference of men, where men get to be told what not to do, ndio wasikuwe watu bloody fucking. Jackson Kibor, what do you think about this man, Godwin? Najua hapa hatuwezi involved nani, Joy. Wacha tuongee na Godwin.
Kwanza hawataki hiyo story.
Nawasikia hiyo story.
Mimi kama ni serious member of men's conference, we've lost a hero and we are mourning. Tuko na meeting, tuko na WhatsApp group, tunachangia mzee, tuone venye tutampatia befitting sendo, kwa sababu huyu jamaa amefaitia rights the boy child.
Sawa.
Ile meeting, annual meeting from 12 ilikuanga from 13th February to 16th. We've had serious conversations zenye zinatujenga sisi kama wanaume.
Yeah.
And on the contrary, wanawake wamekuwa wakisema tunapotelea wapi, mnahepa Valentine's, but it's because tunaangalia venye tutajijenga si wenyewe. And our chairman has gone, actually currently tunatafuta interim ni chairman. So Eli unaweza bid because there are two names zenye zimekuwa proposed. Kuna Amerix na Andrew Kibe. So far ndio front runners.
Tusidanganyane, Andrew Kibe cannot be our chairman for very good reasons. Andrew Kibe cannot be our chairman.
Eli, I agree.
Andrew Kibe atatuambia tumekuwa lambistic. You see, even if you want to guide people, you cannot guide them with too much harassment. So for that reason,
too much violence.
Okay, Amerix, I might support Amerix for my own reasons because huyo jamaa anakwambia ukweli vile iko. Shida ya Kibe ni moja. Kibe anaongea. Kibe cannot sieve.
Unaona, ingekuwa ni vile tu mimi si mwanaume, but ingekuwa mwanaume, honestly I could have voted for Robert Bulale.
Hapana bwana, tutaki motivation hapa bwana. Mwanaume ni kukaa ngumu.
Why Joy?
If I was a man, I could vote for him.
Reason?
Why?
Because that man is very smart. When you listen to that gentleman, yani speech yake inaweza kakupush yani mpaka usikie.
Unaongelea Robert. Unaongelea man Robert.
Yes, Robert.
Sini motivation speaker. No, fanya hivi. If that's the qualification, nani, Austin, kuwa motivation speaker saizi, piga udem character development. Twende kazi Austin. Austin twende kazi Austin.
Yeah.
Wacha Austin apige kwanza. Anafikiria wewe uji kwa motivation speaker kama that's the qualification. Twende kazi Austin. Twende. Cheza kama wewe.
Acha nisidini for now. But mimi ningeamua ni vote. Mimi I would vote for Andrew Kibe. You know why? Sasa una click nini nada. Wewe uta vote. Si wanaume wata vote unless utachange. Wanaume, bebe Andrew Kibe saa zingine yeye unibamba, but though sipendi venye anatakingi wase. But though zi unichekesha juu venye akiita wase mafukusu.
Wamewauliza mbona sio Benjamin Zulu? Why not Benjamin Zulu to take the chairmanship? You know, we are handling a serious seat. What did he say, Godin?
Zulu ni child ya wanawake.
Bro, mbona uko na ubaya hivi?
No, thank you Godwin. I wanted to say the same thing.
Why would you say that? He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. No. Hey.
Okay, fine. Okay, let's do this. Tuko watu wanne. Let's put a vote. Kuna majina 3 zimekuwa proposed hapa. Kuna Kibe, nimeona Benjamin Zulu mmesema sahi. And then we have this other gentleman, Robert Bulari, that name, and Amerix. Ni majina 4. Let's put in a vote.
I mean,
Sema.
Yeah.
Amerix, yes.
Andrew Kibe for president and Amerix vice.
Benjamin Zulu.
Robert. By the way, our opinions remain to ourselves, but I think what we can say is it's amazing to have known that befallen soldier. And one thing that a lot of people might not understand is that man stood for what he believed in. Akiamua wewe ni mbaya, he will prove to everybody wewe ni mbaya. including his own children. So, and that's what a man should be. A man should be able to stand his ground, despite what other people will be looking at, because at the end of the day, it is who you are, and that defines you. So, fare thee well, Mr. Chairman, Jackson Kibor, and to the family, our condolences from TheArtsinHeart family. We do pray that you will rest in peace and your family will get the condolence. And COVID-19, by the way, did the thing. He was nursing kidney dialysis and all that, and unfortunately he succumbed. So let's just say it was a good run for him, with 26 children and 4 wives. Huh?
Eli,
4 wives.
don't forget.
4 wives.
Eli.
Ama ni wangapi?
Don't forget.
Yeah?
Is the only legend mwenye aliamua kuitisha bibi yake mwenye amekaa naye 46 years waende DNA watoto.
Walai,
na bibi 46 alafu anasema watoto hata si wangu, tuende DNA tuone kama ni wangu.
Matthew Knox anauliza atajoinaje mazee. Matthew, for today we are not able to invite in, but we are making an effort to have a call-in number and studio link so that our guests can be able to join us as we give your opinion. But you can contribute it in the comment section. For now, I want us to take a very quick break. When we come back, we are focusing on the story that is the story. If you thought Chairman went, the only thing that Chairman did not leave us was a memo on how to deal with. Do you know those people? Wale wanaume wanasema, the return of a hero. Gama went for 49 years. You just seated mwanaume poteas as though he's going for further studies. He goes for further studies, he adds mother studies, and then becomes grandfather studies, and by the time he's coming back, as about 49 years later, and he wants to come back. Let's find out, what would you do if you were the spouse to a spouse that left and returns back after 49 years? Hate speech, ni nini?
We all have to remember that hate crimes is preceded by hate speech. We all have to remember that the genocide of the Tutsis in Rwanda started with hate speech. The Holocaust did not start with the gas chambers. It started long before with hate speech. What we have been seeing in Myanmar against the Rohingya population started also with hate speech. And today, what we are witnessing around this world, with the rise of extremists, be it in Europe, be it in Asia, everywhere, when we see the growing number of neo-Nazi group, neo-fascist group, when we see the way migrants and refugees are being vilified, we need therefore to make every effort to address this hate speech. We have to bear in mind that words kill. Words kill as bullets. And that is why we need to make every effort to invest on education, to invest on the youth, so that the next generation will understand the importance of living peacefully together. We need to make every effort so that the attacks like the one we have witnessed in Sri Lanka, when churches were attacked, the one we witnessed in New Zealand, what we saw in Pittsburgh, all this has to stop. And to stop it, we need to invest more on mobilizing the youth. We need to use the verb to become a tool for peace, a tool for love, a tool for increasing social cohesion, harmony in our world, instead of being a tool for committing genocide, crimes against humanity.
And indeed, that is what hate speech can do. It kills like bullets. So be careful the words you use and tread with, because at the end of the day, we have one world to live in, and that world is you and I. make it a better place for you and for me. In the comment section, we have a lot of people who are contributing to our discussion. Now we have Idal who says, Benjamin Zulu atanyorosha wanaume wote ki-wholesale. That is something debatable. Zulu condemns narcissists. That's why he cannot be chairman. I don't know. You tell us. We have, who is here? Let's see. 16 Noah. I'll try and read that out. Never, itabaki kuwa story. Ameongeza maneno kwa historia yangu. Marehemu alioa mke lakini wakatengana. Akawa wa pili alienaye. Okay, fine. That is of course your perspective. In the perspective, we move on. Now, guys, listen to this. I'm gonna try and refer to something here because I want us to be on the same page. You see, there is somebody we call a legend. But talking of a legend, a true legend has resurfaced after 49 years in exile. You know, this guy or this ninja sold all his inheritance and disappeared, leaving behind a wife with 10 kids. What should be the family's reaction upon his return? And I want to start, of course, with everybody that is on the panel tonight. We have, of course, Joy Ngodo, all the way in Saudi Arabia. And, of course, we have Sony and Austin, we guy, you guy, my guy, and Godwin Segero. Let's make it an open mic. Nani anataka kuanza nayo story?
Mimi acha nianze.
Sawa.
Mimi, I do not support. Mimi nimekataa hiyo story. Hata kwa Bible, the prodigal son ndo alirudi. Haujaisikia story ya the prodigal father ndo alirudi. Hakuna kitu kama hiyo. Wewe ukiendanga.
Najua. Mimi naelewa huyo mzae. Because imagine uende ukifikiria in search of greener pastures and then you realize mazee kimeumana, alafu nakumbuka nilikuwa na familia man.
Wait, unakumbuka ulikuwa na familia?
Cheki, Austin. Acha nichapie story mzae, sawa? Mzae alikuwa na wife na watoi. Wakakosana na wife. Akaamua kupiga wife for development. Akauza shamba. Akaondokea na pesa akaacha wife na watoi.
Wewe ni legend.
Amerudi juu amewatafuta. Umsa alikuwa anaishi Lamu, so amekuwa msik. Alafu ameshindwa kulipa bill. Daktari akapost picha yake. Msa anaweza kuwa na mse ndio toyo akasema hizi ni ninja ilitoka hapa for 10 years.
Wait. Huyu jamaa ngoja, you know Joyce, you and I have experience. We know people who go abroad and they never come back for various reasons. Probably they are not able to foot their bill to go back home because the tickets they live from hand to mouth. And that can be understood. This ninja was in Lamu.
I know.
Na nyumbani ni wapi? Hebu rudieni, nyumbani ni wapi?
You know, let me tell you guys. You know, I read that story and honestly, I was happy at the same time and I was sad.
Why you
because,
sad?
You know, huwezi jua reason ilifanya ule mzee akauza vitu zake akaenda. Na huwezi jua kwa nini. Honestly, Ellie, stop laughing. I'm serious. I'm
laughing because of one thing. You guys heard that song, right? Utawacha mali yako, utaenda. Utawacha mali yako, utaenda nyumbani. This ninja left the wife and the children.
Ngoja nikwambie Ellie. Ellie, stop manipulating akina Austin. Listen, let me tell you one thing. Hata kama walisema wataacha mali yote, wataacha wote na wataenda. Listen, this man was married. Yeah. He had children. But aliona nini auze mali yake yote, aende, aondokee familia. Hata kwa nini na
ameenda taarifa. Usumbuliwe kwa nini?
Sikiza, amerudi. Mimi wacha nikwambie, if I was the wife, I will accept him back.
Haya, 49 years later.
Even if it's 100 years, even if it's 100 years, I will accept him back because sijui alienda akapatana na nini huko.
Hey.
And
if you were looking for a wife, Austin, you've been single. Wachana na Sony. Wachana na Sony. Wachana na Sony.
Man.
Sony.
God has given me a sign.
No, but
you will go back.
No.
At least hata niende for one weekend badala kuja kuulizwa maswali nitarudi na nitaitikishwa tena kwa nyumba. I love that.
Under condition.
Yeah.
Under a condition. Yes, umekuja, hakuna kile umekuja nacho. Ndio uliuza vitu zote ukaenda. Yes, labda ulikuwa umeenda kutafuta green pastures. Haujapata, umerudi labda ukiwa vibaya zaidi kuliko vile ulienda. Honestly, me as a wife, I will accept you back. And I will accept you back. Why? Because I want to sit down with you and understand what. First of all, I don't know why. I don't want to ask you why did you sell things. No. Why did you go? And what have you seen there? And what has made you come back?
Joy.
Mtu mbaya angeenda mahali kwingine. Mbona amerudi kwa ule bibi yake?
Long live Joy. Long live Joy.
Let me tell you something, Joy.
Make effort to communicate. Make effort to kuwatafuta. Hajui venye mnaishi. Sasa venye amepata shida anarudi kwako. Why?
Listen, Sonny, let me tell you one thing. I want you to tell me, I want you to make me understand why you will not allow him and let it sink deep inside me and understand the reason.
Okay, sawa. You've gone for 49 years. Umeniacha kwa shida. Umeuza kila kitu. Utaki kujua. We have kids.
For better, for worse. For better, for worse.
As a human being, if you really care, you will. Once in a while, una pop by, mko fiti, mko sawa. Oh, sawa. Okay, ni hivyo. But 49 years.
But you don't know his story.
Mtu hajaijaribu hata
kutafuta. Sorry, sikia. Mnaongea asifu jamaa amerudi akiwa 49 years. Mtu amerudi akiwa 83 years, my friend. Hata jibu.
Mambo ya Mungu.
Amerudi kwa ule bibi yake. Ule ndiye ameona wa maana hata kama alimwacha bila maana.
Joy hajarudi. Alipata social media. Siaje alirudi. Alipata social media wakaenda kumchukua.
La muhimu ni kwamba amerudi na at least alienda tu 49 years, hata sio 69 years. Nyia muoni tofauti?
Hata inafaa Joy, hata inafaa, mnafaa mshukuru. Sasa hii inafaa hata kuwa funzo na lesson
kwa bibi wengine.
Kutoka nje Friday, ladies. Mwanaume no, ladies. Mwanaume akitoka nje Friday arudi Monday, thank God. God.
Yes. Amemprotect kwa vitu mingi sana.
Wewe enda Friday na urudi Friday, but come with an understandable reason why that happened.
Where
from this year coming out this year.
Joy, maybe we don't know the story. Maybe inaweza kuwa ni kitu kama ile story kama ile ya Jonah. Alitoka nje, alikuwa anaenda Nineve and then akamezwa na samaki.
Yes.
Hatuwezi jua.
You never know. You never know.
You don't know the story.
In
no,
don't
judge.
Nikaenda.
Don't msinijudge.
Nikirudi.
Msinijudge.
Utani accept.
Tuelewane kitu moja. Sony, let's agree on one thing. No, Sony. Let's agree on one thing. Sony. I beg your audience, Sony. Thing is, hata sio mwanamke alimezwa na samaki. Alikuwa ni nani? Jonah. Alimaliza siku ngapi? 7. Sasa kwenda Friday na urudi Monday kwa sababu uligwama gari ikaisha pressure. Ni kitu ya kusumbua mtu kweli?
Surely, ya kushinda umepea mtu 52 minutes call.
Yes.
Don't ask me.
I think this one will only happen to women. Mwanamke sidhani kuna mwanaume anaweza kubali mwanamke wake aende hiyo miaka yote na accept back, because women we have a very like a fragile, some of women we have very fragile hearts.
No.
Zile roho za huruma. You don't have that money with that guy because that is the father of your children. That is your husband. And people
Ngoje.
Wanaenda kuomba kwa mlima.
Example ya nini? Kama kucheat. Ngoja, tunataka example.
Wewe unatumia example mbaya.
Like for example, when guys cheat, women it's easy for them who accept back, who forgive. But when ladies cheat, wewe kama ni wewe Eli niende for those years nikirudi au utanikubali?
Sasa unajua ubaya unatumia example ingewezekani. Ungelikuwa wangu ningekujibu.
Sony.
Nitaachia Austin hiyo swali.
Huyu jamaa aliambia tu bibi yake acha niende hivi na kam. Na akaenda na amekaa msini kweli amekaa.
Acha niende mkate. Alafu kwa ni me arudi tuseme kama alisema acha niende mkate na kama. Alafu iko alirudi na mkate. Hiyo wewe anafaa.
Accolades.
Anafaa apongezwe kwa kurudi.
Joyce.
Joyce. Tuambie siri.
I'm surviving all that time without you. I have been okay.
Wait. This is toxic. This is toxic feminism. What you are doing is toxic. You are very toxic. Hebu mwambie Austin, mwambie very toxic.
It's very toxic.
I'm just speaking facts.
Sasa surely kama huyu alienda 49 years na wenye wanaenda hata 2 days only, 2 days. Men do not fear. Kuna mtu alienda 49 years na wewe ukienda weekend moja mtu asikushtue. Let's stand. Let's be strong. Hiyo mzee ametusaidia sana. Yes.
Number 2.
Solidarity forever.
Solidarity forever.
Lakini hii memo iko kwa constitution ya men's conference, but ni sawa. It has been entered in the books and it will be used henceforth as a precedence. Anyway, having had all these conversations and discussed about how things went through the week, it's important to note that we need to keep discussing, because at the end of the day we want to create that ambience that people are actually able to open up and understand one another. Why would somebody A do this and that? Why would somebody B do XYZ? Unaona? So kama mtu ametoka nyumbani, we've noticed that people are actually suffering a lot of depression. And in order to understand that, we played a clip earlier on. I don't know if you guys had an opportunity to look at it, but if you didn't, let's just get that quickly and move to the next conclusion of this topic tonight.
So somebody with suicidal ideations does not have the capacity to control. It's not that they can switch on and off. Yeah, the suicidal ideations come as a last resort. They have tried everything else, and in their mind, it's not working. So when they are thinking, planning about suicide, it is to remove themselves because they view themselves as the problem.
TheArtsinHeart, your home of authentic conversations.
So let's keep the conversation going, because people are suffering a lot of illnesses, and depression does not write itself in the face. I was actually surprised the other day. I saw a friend's status and they were talking about the way they are struggling every day. And having these conversations on such a platform, it's not because it's funny. It's because you want to create a room through which people can express themselves. So, Sonny, what do you have to say as we close tonight? Utakubali hero arudi, or should we have an unforgiving heart?
Okay, mimi nitasimama tu hapo katikati. Sitaki mseme I'm toxic. So, umsikize, yes. Venye Joy amesema, umsikize, but pia Pia kumbuka all those times, all those 49 years ulikuwa hapo peke yako na mashida zako na kulea watoto peke yako. Yes, that's all I have to say.
Wanaume msitishwe. Msiogope. Anyway, guys, msinisikize. Anyway, don't go for 49 years. The worst you can do one weekend. The worst you can do one weekend. And come and explain. Sema ulishikana, Jemo alikuita, and Kevo, blah blah blah, kucheza PS, Naivasha, you know. And ataelewa. But anyway, if you don't have a good reason, kindly don't go. Be there with your partner, cause
or you just go and don't come back. Or no. if you don't want the relationship, just break things off, and then ndo mtu ajue a move on vizuri, sio a hold on to something that hakuna na alafu unakuja kurudi hapo after umekuwa mgonjwa.
So anyway, guys, if it's not a must you go, usiende, kindly baki kwa nyumba, baki na partner wako, ama kama lazima uende, enda na partner wako. Anyway, guys, let's try and kill depression, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you have issues, talk them out. Yeah. Okay, these things, some of them unaweza solve tu na kuongea. Mtu mzai labda alikuwa depressed. Maybe maisha tu mahali ilimwendea vibaya, akaona I can't do this anymore. And you may notice men, I don't know if it's true, but men, most of the time when you face issues like this, you prefer to kujitenga. Am I speaking something?
Yeah,
something like that. So if you're an advocate for you, try to be vocal, not running away. Be vocal. Usitoroke tu hivyo. Maybe in kitu unaweza solve na muishi pamoja vizuri, you know. Ongea, speak out bana. Guys are suffering huko na depression.
Joy, should we speak out ama utatukubali turudi nyumbani kwa amani?
What I will advise our men is, look, don't do this because you've seen this man have done it. Ukiona imekushinda sana, you know, a lot of men wanakuanga depressed, but they don't know how to speak it out. They die inside. Because of one thing, they're ashamed what people like. They fear how people they're gonna shame them outside there. Ama watu wataongea kuhusu nini. Speak out, you know. Go to your brother, even if you when mtu aka, you know, like kachupa. Go have a drink with your brother. Explain to him. Speak it out. You know, our men wengi wanafungiaga ndani. They die inside because they don't want to expose themselves. Kindly, our men, this is my advice to you. Even if you want to go for a month, you can go, but don't die alone.
Msituweke tuko. Tumekupea story, unaianika tuko.
Austin is a very good example. Austin knows how to express his emotions. Akisikia kitu imejamfurahisha, toka man. Straightforward. Be like Austin.
Okay, awesome. Godwin, because of time.
I'll be brief. For me, I'll repeat someone's sentiment. Let's keep talking, because the moment we stop talking is the moment we start fighting. And then for the ladies, give himself space, mpatie place yenye anaweza feel comfortable kuongea, so that we can solve issues by talking. But if you put that wall, atauza shamba na ataenda na utamwona tena, atarudi after 49 years.
Unajua ngoja niongezee. Unajua nini? Unajua pia hata huyu mwanaume kupata depression, hujui ni kwa nini. Ni sisi wanawake. Pia sisi wanawake tuangalie, tuache, hata kama umesikia kuna mpango wa kando, don't try to do that in too much investigation. My friend, utakufa.
Okay, tuachie hapo. Let's save it for next week. Utakufa na tutaki ukufe. For now, we'll leave you with a great evening. Have yourself an awesome evening. Thank you so much, Soni Gisheru, of course, on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Na uko TikTok zote ako huko. Find out her content because she has amazing stuff happening there. And of course, you guy, my guy, mwi guy, aka Bwana Machozi. Toka! on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Ako huko kabisa kabisa. And you can always find Joyce Ngodo on Facebook equally. And remember, this happens every Friday. The Perspective Friday edition from 9:30 p.m. Don't forget to tag our producer, one and only Godwin Segero. And for now, nakuambia kitu moja tu, Taurus, amani Tarus. Riley says, don't come back. Kuna wengine watakuambia usirudi in case unaenda. Have a good night. My name is Likuyani Eli.